Welcome. Looks like the Hangout's on live, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Bob Spyro here. The X-Fuse Wellness Revolution is alive and well tonight. Now, whether you're joining us for the first time or you've been back a couple of times, we want to welcome you back, and we want to tell you to get down on Facebook, tell everybody what's going on today, because if you listen and you pay attention tonight, we can change your lives. You know, my background quite simply is chemical engineering. I was brought up to believe that my future lied in going to school, getting an education, getting a job, and working that 40-year plan. I don't know if that's worked for you. It hasn't been working for too many people. And for the majority of people who are looking for a better way of life, well, you found it, if you will. I had my first experience answering a newspaper ad in this industry for an environmental engineer. I sat in a presentation and discovered this remarkable industry called network marketing, often misunderstood as the pyramid, if you will. Now, we can write that up, if you will. Just look at any business, corporation, or even the government. After several experiences building huge teams in excess of 2,000 people and doing $70,000, $80,000 a month in business, I felt elated, if you will. But the reality was I chose the wrong company. As company owners get greedy and downsize their distributors by cutting loose people, changing the comp plan, diluting the products, you've heard about all those nightmares. Well, with a breath of fresh air, tonight you're going to hear the story of a 7-year-old, rock-solid, debt-free company that's just relaunched back here into the USA. Yup, that's right. You know, we've got the most amazing products that you're going to hear about tonight, most amazing business opportunity, and systems in place to help you be successful this year. Now, I don't know if you're here looking to make a little bit of extra money from our comp plan, or you're looking to replace a full-time income, or maybe you're just here because you're interested in losing some weight or experiencing the remarkable health benefits. You know, what's an extra 10 or 20 years of healthy life worth to you? You know, what if you didn't have to succumb to the traditional sickness and wellness plan? The wellness industry is here to educate you about the alternatives today. Do you know that a majority of sicknesses and diseases here can be prevented? Well, I can't make any health claims. I can only relate to you at age 66. I feel great. I'm out running, jogging. I've got no pain. I am drug-free, and I can help you get the same way. Okay, so with no further ado, what I'm going to do now is introduce you to our distinguished guest this evening. You know, my mission is clear here. I have a vision of putting 10,000 people on the X-Fuse team through this platform in the next 12 months. I believe it's better to be unified than it is to be right, so I created this platform to automate the recruiting process because too many people have trouble telling the story. We're tied into Facebook, folks. There's 1.2 billion with a B. That's billion people. 1.4, I think, billion people. 800 million of them are active users every day, and you have access to that marketplace with remarkable technology. I can't see any reason why we can't blow this thing out and have 1,000 people on these Hangouts on a weekly basis, and I won't stop till that happens. Okay, so with no further ado, we're going to go down to Corey. I don't know where you're from, but I know this gentleman as being the Coffee King. He's built teams in the tens of thousands before, I think, and has been to the top of other companies. It's a great honor and privilege this evening to introduce you to Corey, the Coffee King. Take it away, buddy. Tell me your story, where you're from, why you're excited tonight, and a little bit about our special product.
Absolutely, it would be my honor, and I definitely appreciate you, sharing tonight and actually inviting me on here to be a guest. It's definitely an honor to be able to share with all of you. I'm excited. Anytime I get invited to, be a guest on anything that has to do with X-Fuse, I get extremely excited because it's what I'm passionate about, and it's what I hold true as a core of my life. Not only does the company have tremendous products, but the people are amazing, you know, and you know, I had kind of a unique story, you know, where I kind of went through a few things over the last couple of years, and really came to fruition for me that XFuse was going to be the biggest part of my life, especially moving forward into the next couple of years, but something that I can build to really leave a legacy behind for years and years and years, and my grandchildren and my grandchildren's children, you know what I mean? I think that this is one of those things that you really look for your whole entire life. And I've been through the industry, you know, I went through the vicious cycle of, you know, being with a company and having it fail you and hitting the top of the comp plan and making, you know, tens of thousands of dollars a month, and then the whole company going under overnight and losing your check and losing your house and losing everything and really having to start all over again. And it's just really refreshing, actually, to find a company that's doing it right. And you know, the story couldn't be more remarkable. You know, when I looked at the company for the first time, I actually spoke with a gentleman that all of you know, and for those of you who don't, you definitely need to meet this guy, but his name is Eddie Freeman. And truly one of the most remarkable gentlemen that I've ever had the privilege of meeting in my life, not only meeting in my life, but, you know, really building a bond and a relationship and a brotherhood with. The guy is truly somebody who would really lay his life down on the line for one of his distributors. I mean, it's absolutely crazy to see some of the things that this guy's done for people in his team. You know, when I got started in the business, Eddie told me, and I know he told Mark the same thing, probably everybody on here, that he would be the very best upline that we ever have. And I'll truly tell you that not only is he the best upline leader that I've ever had in my life in this industry, but he's truly become one of my best friends and almost like a somebody that I can model my life after. And it's hard to find that in the industry nowadays. You know, what you see with a lot of big industry leaders is, you know, once you make money in network marketing, it's very easy to have the carrot dangled in front of your face. And we see people going from one company to the next, to the next, to the next, taking the new hottest deal or jumping on the new biggest fad. And as soon as their production bonuses are done, they're going right to the next one and right to the next one and right to the next one. And, you know, this is a company that's truly doing it right. You know, a company that, you know, they don't need people in their company. They want to provide a home for the people who want to provide a home for their people. And that's what I really like about XFuse. One of the things that excites me the most from a product standpoint is the coffee. Now, the reason they call me the Coffee King is because I've been with, you know, a couple different coffee companies, and when I got introduced to the coffee platform and network marketing coming out of the juice industry, which was my first company, was Juice, I got introduced to coffee, and I didn't really understand it at all because it was something that I didn't consume, okay? Now, because I didn't consume coffee, it was something that I had absolutely no interest in whatsoever. So I actually told the person, I don't drink coffee, I'm not interested. And that person was probably one of the most successful people in the coffee industry or in the whole entire network marketing industry. A lot of people in the industry know him as Holton Buggs. You know, a gentleman who makes over $1 million a month, and actually got a chance to go meet with him in Chicago. And I didn't drink coffee. It didn't make sense to me, so I stayed in the business I was in. You know, fast forward a few months, the team or the organization that I was with within the company actually parted ways. And they actually launched their own company, which was, you know, a leadership development company. And it just wasn't for me. I was more like a product guy, hands-on type of guy. I wanted something that I could consume every day. And so I gave them, you know, the guys from the coffee company a call back, and I really started to see something that I didn't recognize before. And it was one of the things that Holton told me. He said, you'll never look at coffee the same again. And when I told him I didn't drink coffee, the unique thing that he said to me is, well, you know, the owner of Pedigree doesn't eat the dog food, but he makes $1 billion. You know? So it just made perfect sense. But what happened was I started seeing coffee everywhere. I mean, I remember I was driving past Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, you know, where obviously the Green Bay Packer championship team plays, and I saw a sign that said Mocha in a Whopper, $2.99. So I said, okay, people are eating Whoppers and drinking Mochas. All right, this is, you know, there's something going on here with this coffee thing. And then you see Dunkin' Donuts change their donut logo to a coffee cup. They create the new slogan which states America runs on Dunkin', and I noticed that all the TV commercials that I watched, they didn't even have donuts in the commercials anymore. It was all about coffee. And I mean, then you see Nescafe launch, and you see Taco Bell. I mean, Taco Bell, coffee and tacos, I mean, I just don't know if that one will mix too well. But I mean, the coffee industry is so big, and that's what really got me interested. But then I started to study the industry more. I started studying based on a consumer relations standpoint of even being outside of the network marketing industry, how much of this coffee were people consuming. And once I started understanding the statistics, it was blowing my mind. You know, billions of cups consumed every day, most people paying $3 to $5 a cup, you know, drinking 3 to 4 cups a day. I mean, the industry is humongous, $150 billion per year. And I'm looking at all these statistics. It's the most consumed beverage behind water. It's the largest traded commodity behind oil. All these different things. 82% of the population drinking coffee. And I said, there's something with this coffee that will make people rich. And I will never, ever, ever be involved in a company that doesn't have coffee. I made that a key point in my business career, especially within the industry of network marketing, that a company has to have coffee. Well, after being with 2 coffee companies and actually doing very well in both of them, going actually to the very, very top of the comp plan in one of them, and then having it fall out from underneath because of poor investment decisions, you know, I was kind of burnt out for a while. But I knew I had to do something with coffee. But there was another thing that I seen going on in the industry that was very appealing to me. I saw that these people that were segueing themselves into one product niche weren't going to last very long, because it started with the juice war. First, a company comes out, they do $1 billion with their juice, and then it's one company after another, after another, after another. They all get on the juice bandwagon, and they participate in this juice war. Right after that happens, you see all these people participating in the shake war and the vitamin war, and then what came next? The coffee war. So all these companies were segueing themselves into the one product focus. What I saw with XFuse was so unique because they had a product, a category creating product in every single market niche. So we have something for everybody, whether it's the baby boomer who wants to have good healthy joints, or you know, whether it's the young guy like me who wants some energy every day and wants a good energy drink that's healthy and natural. They had a product in every single age demographic, and they had a product in every single market that's actually exploding in the industry, but they have a leading product. The products don't even compare or compete with what XFuse has. And just real brief on the coffee, the thing that was so exciting for me is that it's the first coffee I've ever seen in the industry where we can say our coffee's healthy, but it's not an oxymoron. You know, a lot of these companies, they have coffee and they'll put a healthy ingredient in the product and they'll say that it's healthy. For example, a lot of people have jumped on the Ganoderma bandwagon. Now, Ganoderma extract is a very, very, very powerful medicinal mushroom. It's very powerful. And the health components of that product are absolutely insane if you actually really study the product. I mean, if you just Googled Ganoderma right now, you probably have about 2.5 million pages of scientific documentation on all different types of ailments and stuff like that this mushroom has been used for in medicinal fields. Now, I'm not claiming that our products cure, treat, mitigate, or prevent any diseases, but I encourage you to do the research on that one ingredient alone, and you'll see how powerful it is. Well, when you mix that ingredient with a coffee product that's absolutely horrible for you, it kind of becomes an oxymoron. Here we got freeze-dried, rancid, toxic coffee where we cook out all of the flavonoids, we roast the coffee, and we're actually cooking the caffeine. As soon as you put that toxic product in your body, it actually does more oxidation to your body than more antioxidant to your body. So when you look at Ganoderma being a powerful antioxidant, but then you're mixing it with a type of coffee that's actually going to produce you more harm than good, I mean, it doesn't make sense at all. When I looked at what XFuse did with their product, how they took these beans, these Ethiopian Arabica beans, it's probably one of the most premium Arabica beans that you can buy, and they put it in these rollers and they actually cold press the beans where they're not cooking out any of the flavonoids, and the caffeine isn't cooked or roasted, so it remains 100% pure. It's probably the purest form of caffeine that you can get on the market today is in this product. And then they added the Ganoderma extract to make it healthy. And then they added the green coffee bean and the raspberry ketones and the Garcinia cambogia to make it thermogenic to help people maintain or manage their weight or lose weight. And that's a huge deal nowadays because a lot of people go on these diet programs, spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars to lose the weight and then only gain it back again right away. Well, with this product, not only are you going to start to shed those pounds, but it's actually going to help you regulate your blood sugar, so you're going to actually start losing that weight naturally instead of going into this process where you're rapidly increasing your metabolism and burning all this fat, and then as soon as you go off the diet plan, you gain all of it back and then some because you lost it too fast. This is a coffee product where you can just change your coffee and literally get yourself back to a point of homeostasis, where your body's going to naturally adapt to how it's supposed to be just from putting this healthy product in your body. And if people are drinking this product anyways, I mean, we're talking less than $1 a cup per day, and you're on your way to a better lifestyle. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better in the world for that, especially when the #1 community in business that you could possibly market a product to is the coffee drinking community, and our product just simply has to be the best.
Awesome. Awesome overview. That's I couldn't agree more with you, Corey. I certainly appreciate your overview and your experience. That's exactly what attracted me to XFuse was the ethics of the company, the quality of all the products, the way they pay us, and the fact that we're building a family here, a camaraderie of like-minded entrepreneurs, if you will. So with no further ado, out to the West Coast, the queen of XFuse, if you will, especially on the internet, really knocking them dead with this XFuse app. Christina Burnett, would you like to share your story, your testimony, and what you're doing, and how you're tearing it up so wonderfully well, showing us the path to financial abundance and great health with the XFuse app?
Sure, Bob. Thank you so much for having me here again today, and I appreciate you inviting me, and it's an honor and privilege to be here. And you know, my background, a little bit about me. I've been in recruiting and in the insurance industry, and have been network marketing, relationship marketing now for 5 years. XFuse is by far the best opportunity I have ever come across, and it's what I've been looking for my entire life. And you know, as a mother of 3, one of the things I love to do is baking. And if you bake a cake, there is a recipe you have to follow. And if you forget one ingredient, the cake's going to fall flat. And with network marketing, there's a recipe for success in network marketing. And you really have to have all the ingredients in place in order to be successful with this. And we have everything we need here with XFuse. You've got a timing story, a 7-year-old debt-free international rock-solid company doing a launch here in the U.S. They're doing over $40 million in sales overseas, and we are going to do that here. We have a unique product line. You heard coffee, or the Coffee King there talking about our coffee. I love coffee. I'm a coffee drinker. I'm a coffee addict, and I have to have my coffee. I love that we have coffee. We've got the finest quality products in the world using only the pure extracts. We've got, you know, in our liquid nutritionals, the acai, the noni, the goji, the mangosteen, sea buckthorn, fucoidan. I mean, you Google the health benefits of any of these ingredients, and you're going to find them on PubMed.gov or WebMD. There's so many benefits, and my personal testimony to these products is, you know, I was diagnosed with RA 2 years ago, and joint pain literally in almost every single one of my joints, and I would cringe just even the thought of getting out of bed in the morning and putting my feet on the floor. Within just a few weeks of being on these products, all of my joint pain has been gone. I haven't had any joint pain come back, and you know, I can't say that it's going to do the same for you. I can tell you my testimony and what it does for me, and you know, you have to experience the products for yourself to see if you're going to see the same results. But we have testimony after testimony of these products, a 7-year track record of these products helping people. And we've got incredible leadership here. You know, it's founded by 2 brothers, Rick and Don Cotton, and Rick spent 10 years in the mission field with Viva Kids, and they started this program literally to fund their program, Viva Kids, which helps to fund, educate, and feed children in the Dominican Republic. And just incredible leadership all the way from the top to, you know, working with Eddie Freeman. And you know, Corey is right. Ed Freeman is the best business partner and friend you could ever have in this industry to be working with. And you've got the incredible team here working with him. You couldn't be with a better team. You, Bob, and Gio, and Mark, all been in this industry for 30+ years. And you know, we're really focused on building a home here, and I love that. We're focused on building a home, and it's like family. If you go out to corporate and you meet the people there, you're treated like family. And what we're looking for here is just people that are looking for something for the long term. And you know, we have all of this. You know, it's just an amazing opportunity, and now we have this app. And I love this app. This app to me is the answer to all the past mistakes in network marketing. It's a powerful duplication model, and you can hold it right in the palm of your hands. It's not only going to attract people to your business, but it's going to make them thrive in your business. And what I love most about the app is it really takes away the fear of rejection, because not everybody can pick up that phone and make a phone call. Anybody can send out a text message, and mobile marketing is huge right now. Texting is the way people are communicating. The average American sends out 600 text messages a month. And we now have an app that has full built-in video presentations, pre-generated email and text messages that you can send out to share with your friends and your family that, you know, allowing them to try a free sample, for example, is one of them. It also has list building capabilities. You can build your list right in the app on your phone. Follow-up reminders to remind you when to follow up with people, because the fortune really is in the follow-up. Enrollment. You can enroll people right on your phone. Drop shipping product. You can drop ship product directly from corporate office to your friend with the push of a button. It doesn't even have to pass through your hands. Event invites, even something for the challenged customer. If you're, you know, this is, you know, I'm sure you've got some New Year's resolutions coming up here for 2015, and we've got things on there to help you keep track of your weight loss goals, fit tips, recipes, all of these great things that you need to help you stay on track with your goals for 2015 and reaching those. So, you know, I couldn't be more excited than what we have here. We've really got everything that we need to be successful. And, proud to be a part of a great company and great team, Bob. And thank you so much for having me again.
Christina, thanks so much, and we certainly do appreciate you. Your contribution and support is highly recognized, and we see you all over Facebook, and we see you recruiting tons of new people. That's what it's all about, serving the people. As we serve the masses, we know you've been told if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want. That's what it's all about. So, no further ado, now we'll go down to Pittsburgh, to Gio Pizzo. Gio, share with people a little bit about your background and why you're so excited with XFuse.
All right, thank you, Bob. First of all, it's great to be here with all of these great people, and welcome back, Corey and Reese. So it's great to see you, Reese, and of course it's always great to see my business partner there, Mark Kotler, and my sister, Christina, up in the Northwest, who's killing it big time. We love you. Well, I just wanted to say, you know, you asked me about my background, and I've been networking coming up on 31 years now. I've been with about 5 major companies over that spread of time. My background is in the hair care industry, former salon spa owner up in New England, in Connecticut. Moved to Pittsburgh, got married, settled here. My wife's also in the hair business. Most of my family members are in the hair business. I retired from that. I'll be 65 this summer. 65, yeah, that's right. Anyway, but I've been networking the whole time while I was doing hair and doing all of that kind of thing, and I learned a lot in this industry. And back, I think it was around late March of this year, that Mark started hunting me down. And when I say hunting me down, I mean hunting me down. I had had enough. I had enough with the company owners of other companies pulling the rug out from under us. Mark hit a major home run with one of the companies that we were with. I did too. And to see that being pulled away after all that hard work, and we were there a long time. I think, Mark, you were there close to 10 years, and so was I. And another 8 to 10 years at another company before that. And just, it's disheartening. And when Mark finally got to me after I refused his calls, his messages, my wife would be sitting next to me on the couch and say, "Why don't you answer the phone?" I said, "It's Mark. He's doing something else again. I'm done. I got a big fork in me. Leave me alone." Well, finally he left a message saying something to the effect of, "You must be doing great. You have all the money you need. I love you like a brother. I'm not going to be calling you anymore." Well, that got me. And he peed me off. And I called him faster than I could finish that message. And it worked. And he started telling me about XFuse, and I don't think we were 30 seconds into the conversation. He said, "Hey, hang on a second. I'm going to get Eddie on the phone." And I don't get anybody on the phone. Too late. "Hi, this is Eddie Freeman." I'm thinking, okay, I got to listen to this guy now. Well, we talked for maybe 15, 20 minutes. No hype, no BS. Talked about the integrity of the owners and how well connected he is. He's the #1 earner of the company, Eddie is. He offered to fly Mark and I down to Florida, to West Palm Gardens, where the company's headquartered, on his dime, not the company's dime. We went down there to meet these guys because we're old school, you know. We wanted to see these guys face to face, eyeball to eyeball. And I mean, this is a great format that we're doing here, but we wanted to shake their hand. And, you know, anyway, we got there. We were blown away. Not only, what blew us away was they had a 7-year track record. This isn't brand new. This isn't, well, we're going to do this. This is, we've done this there, here, and all that. Now we're doing it here where we're actually based. Where do you find a backwards story like this? Nowhere. I said, Mark, I'm in, let's run. And we've been having a blast. And not too long after that, I meet this really great gal on Facebook who had been with another company who started to experience a little turbulence with the owners and the management. And she saw that I was persistent, and she listened, and her name's obviously Christina. And we got her on the phone with Eddie, and she went to Florida, and the rest is history. So why XFuse for me? Well, mostly because Eddie brought the truth to us as well as the owners of the company. I'm just looking at some quick notes here. Where are we going? You know, 2015 is just literally, you know, less than 35 hours away. And you know what? The company is poised, as Christina brought to our attention, to do exactly what they did overseas here. So it's really not heard of, or it's really unknown in the States, but we're poised. We have tons of funding. We're not going bankrupt. They're not going to do all these goofy things. In fact, everything they've done is for the betterment for us, to make it better and easier for us. So I'm real excited. I just recently, I don't know if you can see this, it just looks like a piece of paper, but acquired a few names of people who are in other companies that I can call, and I'm excited about that. So, hey, we've got the tools, we've got everything we need, we've got Bob doing this awesome, fabulous hangout here every week at this time period. I'm done. I'm handing it back over to you. Back to you, Bob.
Gio, thanks so much for your contribution, your upline support, and your friendship. You know, it's what business is all about. People like to do business with people they know, like, and trust. So we invite you into our living room on a weekly basis so we can share our stories and our experience. And then we invite you to a Monday night call where you can meet the doc and hear about the products. And then we have a company call. Wednesday night we have a team call. Eddie does his training, super training now. But we have a 3-week challenge. If you want to make money in network marketing, find somebody who's getting the results you want and do what they're doing. I don't care if you want to do it old school, new school, any school. This is network marketing, and it really works. And a man who's had a lot of success in this industry, the man who's spearheading the USA and is, I should say, a top income check earner here in XFuse, also from Pittsburgh. Say hi to Mark Kotler. Mark, why don't you share with the listeners and viewers your story, what you see for the vision here, and why you're so excited about XFuse.
Yeah, Bob, can you hear me okay?
Coming in loud and clear, buddy, looking sharp.
Great, thank you, and just wonderful to hear all these stories here, Corey and Gio and Christina, and just the amazing leadership we have here. And Bob, what Bob's doing is incredible as well. And we do have a phenomenal team, and I've been around for about 30 years, and the first company was a really big company, and I thought it had every piece as necessary that I could just live off of that for the rest of my life. What didn't happen? It just wasn't the integrity of the ownership. I mean, some of these owners, they start making the big money, and they get greedy, and they buy the helicopters and the big cars and the big houses, and it's really about materialism for them. They're not spiritually based. And with this company, and then another company, same thing happened. Like Gio said, 10 years, became one of the top earners. Same thing. We thought that they had the integrity, but they didn't. And that's so critical. When, you know, if you're going to build a residual income, put your heart and soul into this, you want to have a company where the owners are honorable, they have integrity, and they're not just about the money. They're not just about the bottom line. Well, that's the case with the owners of this, with the founders of our company. They won't dilute the products even if they could make more money. Like some companies, they add more water, and they just do all these different things for the bottom line, and it's not really about the health of the people or the financial benefit for the individuals. So to finally have a home is just such an incredible gift. You know, we have a family. We're having fun. We have the best co-founders, and we also have the best upline possible. Eddie Freeman is the giant in the industry, and not only is he incredible as a businessman, but he's got a heart as big as his body. He's just an amazing guy, and he's the general of the field, and we're just following his lead. We have every tool necessary now. We've been in for, some of my team's been in for a little bit less than a year. 2015, we're all situated. We have the app. We have leads now. We have Corey. Corey's with us, the Coffee King, and he's amazing, and he's a great leader as well. And what Gio's doing, Gio's a great leader, and he's just a bulldog. He just never stops. And Christina, she is definitely the future queen of XFuse. There's no doubt about it. And what Bob's doing here, there'll be thousands of people all over the world that will be on this call every Tuesday night. So I couldn't be happier to be where we're at. I know this is our final home. I can just build this for the next couple of years, and then go to the best beaches of the world and just enjoy life. So I just want to thank you so much for letting me be on here, and see you guys at the top.
Thanks so much, Mark. We appreciate your leadership, your support, your vision, and it's just been a pleasure and privilege working with you. So moving down to, let's see, Lawrenceville, Georgia, Mike Hendrick. Mike and I have been together for quite some time now. Mike, why don't you share with the viewers what your background is and what you see as far as, why you're here with us.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Mike Hendrick. I've recently joined the company with Bob. I've been with Bob for about 14 years now. I'm retired from the Air Force, and been in the same companies that Bob's been in. We kind of traveled through all the companies for the last few years there. So I'm just kind of following him around. I love the products in XFuse. I like the products that Dr. Mandel comes up with the other companies that we had. Dr. Mandel was involved in that too, and they're all exceptional products. So I'm looking forward to getting this thing going and getting my wife out of her current job. I'm retired, but she's not.
Yeah, they say that when the why is big enough, the how becomes easy, and that's what we're going to do, Mike. Get Sally out of work so you can enjoy her all day long, like I have the privilege of being with Sharon all day long. That's what life's all about. So God bless you. Welcome back to the team here. Realize that we're going to put 10,000 people on the team. The way it is, 5,000 of them got to go on the left, 5,000 of them got to go on the right. That's under you, bud. Will that be okay?
That'd be great.
Okay, so let's make it happen. And tonight, it's such an honor and privilege this evening. I've got a very, very special guest here on the Hangout with us. You see, we have the vision of doing things the right way. We put key people, leaders, in key positions all over the world, if you will. They're only in 12 countries now. We are just a dwarf, okay? The tip of the iceberg is all you can see here, folks. Look at us a number of years down the road as a billion-dollar company in 100 companies. And to share the vision, I've got the honor and privilege of introducing you tonight to Rhys Jones, who is the CEO of Operations Down Under in Australia. Rhys, it's my honor and privilege to introduce you this evening. Share with people what you see as what's going on, your experience and background, and the future of XFuse with anybody that takes action on what they've seen tonight, please.
Well, thank you, Bob. It's a real privilege, and the honor is mine to be around great leaders from United States and I'm sure around the world. It's such an exciting time in XFuse. I've been a part of XFuse for over 6 years and got to become great friends with Rick and Don Cotton, and a family really is what it is to me. I've committed to the company for the next 15 years, so my family and I are committed to XFuse. It's our life, it's what we love doing, it's my passion, and it's really my honor to serve anyone that wants to join our family here in Australia. And it's really what I love about what Bob and you are doing here is online, because one of the difficult things is it's very hard with great distance, and we have that in Australia as well as you do in the United States. It's actually to be able to connect with family and friends around the world. So I love the vision for the Wellness Revolution and want to be a part of this. And I'm actually on vacation here. You might see we're at our lake house here. This is my family house at the moment. We're down on vacation, but it's great to come off that and be a part of what you are doing here. And what we've got down here in Australia is we're a couple of steps behind you in the States, as we only have Proformance and Zilla. But we do have the other products that you've got, Shapeway and coffee, which I'm excited to bring into Australia. And it was great to hear from Corey about how great our coffee is. And the great thing is that in Australia, we get to swing off the benefits of some of your front-running technology and front-running skills to be able to launch something in Australia. So we're excited to learn of you, and also the app, which Christina's been talking with us about. It's exciting to see that. That is just a game changer, and I love the way XFuse do it. XFuse just do things professionally, succinctly, and I just think that we're going to see some exciting things back in the US as well. I'm excited to see that you've got the years of experience where they actually have done it around the world, and the US is really going to explode, and I love to hear what's going on over there. But also, you're with the right man. Eddie Freeman is an absolute champion, and as all our leaders are, but I know Eddie personally and have for many years. He is a true professional, and to have him at your leadership or at the helm is exciting for you all. So with that, if you need anything in Australia, this is my life, this is what I do, and you can check out my numbers on Facebook, or if you need my phone number, give me a call. It's my pleasure and honour to help you out any way I can in Australia. And I look forward to seeing you over in the States, but if not, on the beaches of the world somewhere real soon. Thank you, everyone. It's a real honour to be here.
Yeah, I hear the beaches are really pretty in Australia. The surf is really nice, and I can't wait to get down under to press some flesh with you at some point in time, because I know because of the nature of social media, what we do is we create valuable content. Education and training that we have to offer, from Eddie right down on to every one of these team members on this distinguished panel this evening. We blog or put the content up on Facebook into social media. We build a list of followers, and then we share and cast the vision for the future. There's no reason why this company won't reach $1 billion. There's no reason why you can't achieve a six-figure income with this company, but you must take action. You see, Jim Rohn said the only thing you got to do is change doesn't happen by chance. It happens by taking action in the pursuit of your vision and dreams. With XFuse, as we've all mentioned, everything is here, well positioned for you to join our family. After all, what makes life valuable but your health, if you will? You can have it all here, whether it's just better health or financial abundance. The choice is uniquely yours. So with no further ado, we'll be returning next year with the Wellness Revolution. I highly recommend you get started by getting back to the person that shared this hangout with you. We have the hangout now. This location will be available till next week at this location, which is XFuseWellnessRevolution.com. Thanking all of our distinguished panels for your time spent with us this evening. Make it a healthy day. We'll see you on the next hangout. Bye-bye for now.
Happy New Year, everybody.